So Barry, you know that you're being recorded.
I do.
Okay. How long have you been using the Cytowave therapy system?
I would guess a year and a half or more. It's been about that length of time.
And how many horses would you say that you've treated in that time?
Probably in the neighborhood of 30, 25, 30, 35.
Have you had any recurring injuries after using the Cytowave therapy? Just generally, what's your experience been?
I think for the most part, the horses that we've treated, and there have been varying injuries that have been treated, but I've attempted to give those horses plenty of time to remodel and strengthen this newly healed injury depending on the injury. So there's many of these horses that have not returned to full race training because we're a racehorse outfit, but some of the ones that have, the results have been quite remarkable.
Do you have a particular horse or a case that sticks out in your memory that you've used this on?
Well, there's one horse that's racing at Monmouth Park right now. His name is Lucky Rascal, and he had a serious deep flexor tear as an unraced 2-year-old that had filled in quite quickly with the Cytowave therapy and has remained quite sound. He did have an ample period of time after using the Cytowave to rest and rehab, but it has been a very pleasant story so far.
So the total amount of time that it took for him to return to his normal activities?
It was probably 7 or 8 months.
So the lesion closed in?
The lesion closed quite quickly, I would say within 6 weeks or so, and it was a large lesion.
But so that means that the amount of time that you took in order to have him go through rehabilitation regimen was basically the same amount of time that you would have expected using any other treatment method.
Yeah, I gave him the same amount of time, and I think that's important for the more serious soft tissue injuries, to not be lured into rushing back to too much training too soon, just because the lesion is filled in.
What purposes generally do you use this system for?
For the most part, we use it on rehabbing or assisting to rehab significant soft tissue tears, and most of those are tendon tears or suspensory ligament tears.
Do you use it at all for maintenance purposes to try to prevent injuries?
No, we haven't used it in that way so far. Ours has been just to stimulate healing of a known lesion and get that horse rehabbed and back to the races.
If you were talking to someone who is considering using the Cytowave therapy system, who hadn't used it before, but they were considering it, what would you say to them?
I would say it's exciting new technology that definitely clinically will result in much faster initial healing of soft tissue tears. But I would also caution not to then rush those horses back into full training too quickly. It's wonderful technology. It definitely makes a difference. And it's a very good piece of the puzzle to get the whole thing healed and healed more efficiently.
But it's not a miracle.
It's not a miracle, but
right.
It's getting right up there.
What do you like most about the therapy system? Using it, results, just anything? What?
I think the results, the chance to rehab some of these injuries successfully, whereas in past decades, many of these type of injuries, you were looking at a 50-50 shot of really getting them back to full athletic training.
Has using this therapy system caused you to make any changes to the way that you treat your horses?
No, I think it just is an added piece that helps me be more successful at the end of the conveyor belt, but I don't change anything I do from here to there. Just to encourage folks to not view the technology as a miracle shortcut to get back to the races faster, to view the technology as a miraculously wonderful modality to speed up the healing of these lesions, and a big piece in getting the horses back successfully, not necessarily quicker.
Okay, you still have to do the basic block and tackle.
You still have to do the basic things and don't rush. I think the basic fundamentals would be, it varies with the injury you're treating. You know, some are more serious and require a lot more time. Others are less serious and can get back to the races quicker. So it involves some professional helping the quarterback and make those decisions. But if it's a serious lesion that requires time, give it the time. And most of those soft tissue lesions, after they're filled in, a tendon tear or a significant suspensory ligament tear, they then require light exercise, be it turnout time or jogging under tack or just doing things as the healing process is maturing and finishing and getting hardened to be able to withstand the stresses they will in race training. So just don't shortcut those that need the time.
So after the lesion closes, you have to follow the same regimen you would otherwise, even without this technology?
In my opinion, yes.
Yes.
I think there could be horses that go back sooner and happily, but I think if you try to shortcut the process on many, many horses, you're going to have a significant number who have reoccurrence of the injury because the injured area was not yet healed well enough to take those kind of stresses.
In your opinion, in your experience, what's the quality of healing that you've seen with the device?
So far, I think it's been excellent, and I think it provides an end product that is stronger and better healed than time or Mother Nature would do on their own. And I think that's the exciting part of it. It's better at the end of the road. It's quicker for the initial healing process, but don't shortcut things and over-train your horse too soon thinking it's ready.